Welcome everyone. In this video, we are going to plot impulse response and step response in MATLAB Simulink. In the previous video, if you remember, we find the step response and the impulse response of a transfer function, which was this transfer function theoretically and in MATLAB programming. So to find it theoretically, it was very easy. We first resolve this first we multiplied to find the step response. First we multiplied 1 by s to this transfer function. Then we resolve this transfer function into partial fractions as following. Then after resolving it into partial fractions, we took the inverse Laplace transform, which gives us the step response of this system. Similarly, for impulse response, uh, we first resolved this transfer function into partial fractions, and then we took the inverse Laplace transform, and that gave me the impulse response of the system. And then we plot this in MATLAB through MATLAB coding. Today I am going to do it in MATLAB Simulink. So I have my Simulink open, and now what I need is that first I need a step response. So I will click on the convex step, and my Simulink source of step has appeared. You can also do it by clicking the library browser and searching for sources, and searching for step response then, and then drag and drop it to the here. But it's a easy way to directly left click and type in and search it and get it on this environment. Other thing I need is transfer function. So again I will left click and I will type in transfer function. Here I have left click and I am typing transfer function. uh, Hopefully MATLAB Simulink will respond quickly to me because it is taking some time. So here we go. Here's my transfer function, and then I need a scope. So I will left click again and I will write scope. So this is my scope. I want to also zoom in, so control plus plus will zoom it out, will zoom in it. So now I have that is transfer function. My transfer function that I want to took the step response of was 2s plus 2 and s square plus 11s plus 20, s square plus 11s plus 30. Fine. So I can give the numerator and denominator coefficients here. So I will apply it. So this is my transfer function now. So again I will connect by right clicking. I will connect this to this and this to the scope. Fine. Now what I will do is now I will run it, and I will have the output. So we will visualize the output in scope, and we can uh, see the result in scope by double clicking on it. So this is my result. The time is from 0 to 10. I can always change the time. This here we have time from 0 to 10. For example, I want this time to be 0 to 2 because the signal is getting stable at 2. Other thing that I want to do is to find the step time to 0. Fine. So the step time I am changing it to 0. So I'm going to run it again, and again I'm going to double click on the scope to see the result. So this is my step response of the system, and if you remember, it is similar to the step response that we find in MATLAB 4, which I can do it again here by open the editor. If the editor is open, I can simply type in the code. For example, numerator is equal to, it was 2 2, denominator is equal to, it was 1, s square plus 11s plus 30. Fine. So then I can say transfer function of, for example, c is equal to transfer function of numerator and denominator. This thing we have done in the previous video. So this is my transfer function of, and then I can go on and see step c. Hopefully when I run it, I get the step response of this system. So MATLAB is running. I'm going to save it, and I am going to have a figure will pop up where we will have the step response of this system. This is my transfer function. Now the step response of this system is going to pop up within few seconds because MATLAB is busy in running it. taking a lot of time. So here we go. So this is my step response of the system. As you can have a look, this step response and this scope step response is almost the similar. From 0 to 2 I have defined a time from 0 to 2. By default it was 0 to 10. So this step response and this step response is almost similar, which confirms that we have found the step response of the system in uh, Simulink. So I'm going to go back to the Simulink. Now what I want is that I want a there is my Simulink title. Now what I want is that I want to find the impulse response. There is no impulse source in MATLAB, so to find the impulse response I need a derivative. I know that the derivative of step response is my impulse response. So again I will left click and I will type in the derivative. So I have this derivative here. So now I have this derivative. I'm going to delete this link, and then I am going to place, and then I'm going to connect it with here and connect it with here. So again time I can change based on my preference. I can change the time to 1.5. Why am I doing it? Because okay, step size is 0. We cannot give a step size 0 because it is derivative. So I will give you 0.01 or something, which is very small, but step time. Okay, I'm going to run it. Now this is going to give me the impulse response because we have taken the derivative of the step response. If we can have a look, this is my step response of the system. So this is my step response of the system, and I can confirm it in MATLAB. If I go to the MATLAB, I open the editor and I simply type here impulse of C, I am going to get, if I run it, I am going to get the impulse response of the system. So here we go, this is my impulse response of the system, and if you look at here, this is the same impulse response as we have found in this scope. So this is the same impulse response, both of them. At 0.1 I have given the step size, that is why it is starting from 0.1. The rest is same. So that's how we find the step response and the impulse response of a system in MATLAB Simulink. Thank you.